What's up everyone and welcome to episode 76 of Universe Mode. We are on the final week leading up to the Royal Rumble and we are on Raw and we are starting off with a subscriber request and it is from Joseph DiBiase and he wanted to see Sting taking on CM Punk, so that's going to start us off. Then we've just got a random triple threat match. These guys aren't doing much at the minute, so I thought let's lump them all together into the mid card in the match. Cards. So there you go, Batista, Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. Then our main event is a number one contenders World Heavyweight Championship match. So the winner of this will face Sting at the Royal Rumble, and it is RVD who lost his IC title, lost his rematch, but obviously he held it a couple of weeks. So when you held the IC for a few weeks, as we saw with Jericho, Bryan and Ziggler, you get a World Heavyweight.
It's almost like the NXT promotion thing.
Yeah. So he put over the IC champion, now he moves on.
Exactly.
So he's in a number one contenders match against the Rated R superstar Edge, and it is an Extreme Rules match. But up first, Sting takes on CM Punk. Okay then, so the icon for me.
I'll have to take CM Punk then, what?
Yeah. Right, just do a bit in the match. I've totally forgotten. I meant to show you this beforehand.
Alright, we'll just sort of...
I just want to show you a picture here and see your thoughts. You can wrestle, just...
right, okay, so I'll fight.
Look, read that. What do you think about that whole situation?
Let's see, it's PewDiePie saying, I love this game, it's awesome. Dying Light.
But where is it? What is it?
What do you mean?
It's an advertisement in the store, isn't it?
Oh yeah, from a YouTube.
That's how far we've come now.
Yeah.
I didn't like it myself.
The quote itself's a little bit...
Well, normally you find... What I've shown Perkins is basically an advertisement in store, cardboard quote of the game Dying Light. And underneath it is a quote, which normally you find from IGN or GameSpot, saying...
like an actual qualified source.
Yeah, 9 out of 10, but instead...
Not some totally biased...
The source this time is from PewDiePie, who I believe were playing it at the Video Games Awards last year, the crappy one.
VGX, whatever it's called.
And basically he was just absolutely creaming himself over this game and saying, oh, this is amazing, and then he was doing all these little funny voices, which he does. I've got no thing against PewDiePie, by the way. This isn't like a dig on him, but there is so many more qualified people on YouTube to give a review of a game than PewDiePie, who just says, this is so awesome.
That to me says the game isn't that good. They've paid this guy to do it.
They know he's got 30 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And as soon as he plays the game, that's how Angry Birds got kicked off. Yeah. I think PewDiePie were the first to play it, and then that just skyrocketed.
There's a few in there like that.
And he started making 50 grand a day in advertisements on it.
There's actually some... Nintendo have been... You know they've been advertising the new 3DS?
Yes.
And they've got Majora's Mask and Monster Hunter, I think. And they've had a lot of YouTubers doing them things. I think like iJustine's in a few, and they've got a few others in them. It's like, why have you done this, Nintendo? Why?
There's so... I mean, but I know you don't like...
There's also videos, like Nintendo sent them the console and the games out, like 2 or 3 weeks prior, so it's like,
I know. Obviously we'll change our tune when we get in a position.
Obviously, yeah.
As we're going to sell out the first moment we get. But
no, we're going to buy in.
Yeah, we're going to buy in, that's it. No, we won't sell out like that. Hopefully not anyway.
They'll send us all this, they'll send us all this free stuff. We'll get an advert and we'll go, it's alright.
Every single week we bite the hand that feeds us in this
game.
Yeah,
without doubt.
We could be partnered up with 2K for all we know. But every week we just diss them about this game.
Got something else to mention about 2K actually. You know Evolve's just come out?
Yes.
Apparently it comes out on day of release with $136 worth of DLC. What the hell is that, 2K?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I was listening to an interview on IGN who had the developer of Evolve on, and basically was saying this is how it has to be nowadays. This is the easiest way to bring all this content to you. And it was like, I smell some BS.
See it online though, it's like, well, I'm not buying now.
Well, we got bored of Evolve about 2 hours after playing it on the beta, so... The review, by the way, I was listening to the GameSpot reviewer, and there was a guy actually defending DLC. Really? And everyone in the comments were just absolutely ripping him to shreds. But it was just like, either Evolve has paid all these guys off, or this guy's that's pretty much just my finisher.
Yeah.
Either they've paid him off, or this guy's just an idiot and just a sucker, basically.
Yeah. There's a way to do DLC, and then there's a way not to.
The way to do DLC is a year after.
Yeah,
expansion
like a big
pack.
Story pack, like what Skyrim's done, and like what Assassin's Creed Unity tried to do, but it ended up ballsing up and messing up even more. But that's
have you just no-sold my Tombstone?
Oh
no! God, stare off. What's going to happen? I'm waiting for you to make a move.
Oh!
Yes! And I've got 2 of them now. That was tense. Oh, I've missed it. Oh, it's okay.
Didn't know how to react to that.
That was the right tactic. I thought he's gonna go straight for it. He's gonna go straight for it.
Someone do his leg?
I don't know. I want to finish it in style though. See a little limp hand.
No.
Where's my scorpion? Deathlock? Oh, screw it. He's bleeding. He's already had one death drop. Another can't harm him, can it? Boom! Just like that.
Looks like he's showing signs of getting up though. They were moving.
Surely CM Punk's put away.
No.
He is. Absolutely flattened out. 1, 2, 3. Joseph DiBiase, there's your match. Sting victorious. Was it going to be any other way? Did you see Heath Slater's hair, by the way, on SmackDown?
Oh dear, no.
It's short. It's weird. I can't even describe it. It's a lot shorter than he had it before, and it kind of goes round in a bob. But it's kind of like the long ginger strands again. I can't, honestly,
So
I've never seen it like it to describe it. It's unusual.
I don't think you might have not seen it. Is it like Wasp from Marvel?
What's from Marvel?
It's, I don't know. I'll have a look for a picture while we're...
Were you in one of the games?
What? Wasp? No, Wasp's Hank Pym's wife.
All right. No. No, well, it might be. I'm not sure. I've never seen anything like it, though, to describe it. You'll have to watch SmackDown. He just gets squashed by Reigns anyway, so it's hardly a good return for him. Anyway, next match, triple threat. Okay, I am going to go as fan favourite himself, Ashley. There's two of them, though, I could go with in this position, but I'm going to take Roman Reigns.
Bray's lucky he's so charismatic, otherwise he'd be another one of these after dumping Bryan out.
Yeah. Oh my god, he just did... Whoa! Out of nowhere, electric chair drop from Batista.
He just even stands up after that. It looks like he's struggling.
Right, we probably should discuss the little event which took place on Wednesday night, as I go in for a pin. NXT TakeOver Rival.
Yes. Probably should.
And overall, how would you rate it? In terms of comparison to the former we had about 2 months ago now.
So if you said the last one was a 10 out of 10, yeah?
Yes.
I'd say 9.
Yeah, I'd say it was good, but it wasn't as good as the last one for some. I think it was the main event.
I think the main event wasn't a wrestling match; it was just a destruction.
It was a storytelling match.
Yeah.
Let's leave that. Oh my god!
I got you, and he just booted us both down.
Let's start off from the very beginning then. So it started off with Hideo taking on Tyler Breeze.
Yep.
Hideo getting the victory. A strong showing, I think. I loved his furry selfie stick.
Yeah. That needs to
heat.
become his like trademark weapon, like Finlay had his little stick.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say little hornswoggle then, little midget.
Yeah.
Shillelagh.
Yeah, that's still called, yeah.
Little stick.
Little stick. Yeah, he needs to use it and get like loads of cheap wins from it.
Although, if you're going to get taken out by a self... I mean, it
Imagine
needs to be
the
like
humiliation, though.
It needs to be pretend to be like a golf club,
Yeah.
but dressed up. Was that a minute? A selfie stick is going to go like, or do no damage whatsoever.
Right, it's furry. When that woman jumped out in crowd as well, I swear some people thought that was real.
Oh, that was well cheesy, I thought.
So he just didn't react to it. It's like, well, this is clearly fake.
Yeah. Pump handle slam from Bray Wyatt. Oh my god! Spinebuster by Batista, who's got a Batista bomb.
See, that was a pretty good match.
It was an intense fight. Obviously, it was like pretty much. I don't know how to describe it. Like the perfect wrestling match in a way.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, heel bad guy beats down on good guy for the entire match. Good guy gets the comeback and then gets the victory.
I'm still not really sure what Hideo's finisher is.
No.
It's just a big kick. It's like he does big kicks for the entire match, and then one of them he just pins after. It's like, well, what?
Yeah. It was a good
I'm
match,
pretty
though,
sure
a
they're
good
waiting
start.
for the right opportunity to pop out that GTS, and then that'll be his finisher.
Yes. Yeah, they keep on teasing it, don't they? Even
Yeah.
the commentators are getting built up for it, and the crowd go, like, pretty much pop for it.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh!
I just saved you, Bray Wyatt, from tapping out to Batista with a simple move as well. Oh, no, I think that was his finisher.
Was it? Oh, yeah. Jesus, I forgot he did
Didn't
that.
he call it, like, the Batista bite or something?
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, that was a good match. It'll get definitely a very strong opener.
Yeah. And then I can't exactly remember what came straight after.
The tag match.
That actually
Was it-
straight after.
It was either the tag match or Baron Corbin versus Bull Dempsey.
Yeah, they were around the same time anyway.
I must have missed the time. I must have fallen asleep in the time match.
It were
I don't remember
decent.
it.
There were a good little spot where I think it was Kalisto. I think it was Blake or Murphy, obviously. One of them were on the knees and he did a Hurricane Rana DDT.
Yeah.
and it spiked into the Matty's head, and it was really cool.
Really?
But they retained, basically.
Yeah, okay.
So it was a fun match, but it wasn't anything to...
Just a normal, strong, solid tag match.
It'll be forgotten about in a week.
Yeah. Tag matches are always good, but they're never really memorable.
Yeah.
Except obviously the last one with Ascension.
Yeah. And Finn Balor and Hideo.
Yeah.
Well, that was because it was their debuts pretty much at a pay-per-view. Well, not a pay-per-view, but a special event for NXT.
Yeah. It was more of that entrance, to be honest.
Yeah. And then, obviously, you mentioned it before, Bull Dempsey taking on Baron Corbin. Similar to what we've seen before, really. Bull Dempsey just starts off really strong. You think...
There was one bit which made me cringe big time when... You'll know exactly the spot I'm on about. When he goes to clothesline him over at ropes.
Mm.
And then he didn't come out in Bull Dempsey, and for some reason he just fell over the ropes. Like, what?
I didn't like it that were it in no holds barred or Extreme Rules,
Yeah.
so, along those lines.
And he used a chair.
No disqualification, that were it. Got the chair out, never used the chair, only to sit down. It were only like a spot.
Well, he looked under when they were chatting with tables. He looked, didn't he? And then he was like, "Nah, to get the heel."
It were like us when we've already taken some out.
Well, it was like to get heel heat, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then it don't really happen from it. Why can I not do
it? It was
this?
just a spot object.
Yeah.
It was like something to distract him enough where...
But then that finisher looked a bit... I thought, Jesus, he's not like that.
He's lifted him before, it's not like...
I think it was just because he came at speed and didn't have time to set it up properly. Yeah. But it was just like a holy crap. Ow.
Oh, fair enough.
I think the connection's a bit funny. I've tried to do my finishes like 3 times now and it's not worked.
That's weird.
So yeah, that were...
Oh! Spear to Batista.
Get up.
Into the pin.
Get up, Bray. Get up, Bray.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it popped up then.
Roman Reigns back on top form. Could have ended earlier if Batista had gone for the Batista bomb instead of his little Batista bite.
Yeah.
You could have been tapping out though.
He just kicked his ass, literally.
He didn't wrap the arm around at first. It got caught awkwardly into a chicken wing.
He just kicked his ass and he's like, I'm getting out of this now.
Boom. Final spear.
It was like the last second I turned over. I thought, imagine if I'd have hit square and broken that pin up.
By the way, is that referee called Jimmy Corderas or something similar? He's on the JBL and Cole show, and he does referee stuff for like normal office work. It is brilliant. Like a woman leaves a
to be honest, that show's quite funny at times.
She leaves a desk just to go and get some paperwork, and he goes 1, 2. It's just brilliant. Like, this is genius. It is better than Raw at times.
It's pretty funny.
Anyway, main event time. Let's get into it. Edge taking on RVD. Right then, draft pick for me, RVD.
Oh yeah, can I use Edge again?
Right then, so we left it with a Baron Corbin almost struggling to lift Bull Dempsey into the end of days finisher, didn't we?
He just managed it, but it didn't look clean.
Yeah, it looked like he were heaving, which to be fair...
I think he just lost his grip, to be honest.
I can't blame him. Oh, and a little spoiler, so just mute it if you don't want to hear any of the NXT tapings in the coming weeks. Rhino's returned randomly.
I know, it's crazy that.
So that'll be... I don't know if he's going to be a full-timer or if it will one-off appearance. So also Brian Kendrick is in.
It seems like Kendrick has a match with Balor.
Right.
And it seems like they're setting up Rhino versus Balor.
He's meant to be really good though. We're listening to the Chris Jericho's podcast, and he asked about how was Brian to train for Shawn Michaels and if he knew he had some, and he said him, Lance Storm and Brian Kendrick, they were like the top 3. So he obviously has some skill, but I remember him as a joke. Yeah. From the last time he was here. I remember he had like a little jacket on.
Was he the guy that...
big bodyguard?
Oh, I always think of Paul London actually when I think of him.
Oh, he actually had some... He
was pretty good actually, Brian Kendrick. I think he had a bit where he wanted a joke. And it was just a solid...
I remember Triple H just absolutely squashing him.
Yeah,
I think he threw him out of the Rumble in like 5 seconds or something.
I think he was just a solid wrestler. I think that's what he was.
Right.
He didn't have a character.
Anyway, let's get back to it. So, basically... Bull Dempsey gets put away. That's his 3rd loss to Baron Corbin now. And I think actually he's got a fight with Solomon Crowe, is it?
Baron Corbin?
Yeah. Oh, is it Baron Corbin who's done it?
It's not
Bull Dempsey? Okay.
No, it might be Bull Dempsey, you know. Yeah,
so
it's Bull Dempsey.
Right, so that's the feud that's going to happen. Everyone thought he was going to debut NXT. You kept seeing his little flashes of hacking ability.
I don't know how that's going to translate to the ring. That's going to be slightly odd. Unless like the lights occasionally go off and he does stuff.
That'd be cool. Did they play that for when the Divas went into the side barrier? Or was that just an actual...
I think that was the actual... Yeah.
Right.
That happened at the end of the tag match.
It blipped like the hacking sequence, that's what I thought.
No, I think that was just a when it just broke.
Right, okay.
But yeah, end of the tag match they played that little vignette thing.
And then I think we went into Adrian Neville taking on Finn Balor.
We did, yeah.
Which is, for me, that was match of the night.
Big time.
Balor just tweaking his paint just slightly.
I liked how
it
it was subtle.
how it were meant to rival
Yeah.
his former self.
I liked how it was just a subtle change.
And now everyone's thinking that could have been the last time we see Adrian Neville. I haven't seen the spoilers for NXT, so I'm not too sure.
No, I haven't, to be honest.
But
how do they move him up, though?
well, what does it go with now?
Yeah.
Everyone's busy. Adrian Neville's Finn Balor's going to be focused.
It could just work with Hideo for a bit. Just as to get both just a bit more experience. Not that they need it, but
Finn Balor's going to be concerned with Kevin Owens now. Sami Zayn's going to be out of the picture and he'll want his rematch.
Well, I think he is, and I think for all these tapings he's not there.
Right.
I think.
It's worked well then.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
It were a drop kick crazy pretty much.
Yeah.
Even through the barricade.
The double stomp to the back of Neville's head.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I was going to say brutal and then it changed to brilliant then. And then also, just getting a replay of this, we haven't discussed anything in this match. Phoenix Splash, second rope.
Yeah.
Just showing Seth Rollins up, and he couldn't have hit it any more perfect. You almost heard the little cup sound when they connected, and obviously he kicked out at 2. And then Neville kicked out of that, the double foot stomp to the back of the head, which I think was to the back of the head when you looked at the replay.
And there was another move, didn't they kicked out of? I can't remember what it was.
Well, Neville went for the 450. He got his knees up, straight into the pin. And then basically it ended with a coup de grace.
Well, that Pele kick into the sweet, what do you call it?
Super kick.
The super kick, yeah. I don't want to call it sweet chin, even though it really is. But
it's because everyone uses it now.
I'm sure Michaels must have had a lot of impact on a lot of careers in terms of, inspiring.
I still wish Ziggler would use it to more impact instead of the Famouser.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely someone who could have carried on the Shawn Michaels.
Definitely.
Oh, crap. Oh! He's just ran past it! What the hell was that? You've still got your signature, though, for some reason.
Craziness.
You held your arm out ready for a comeback final, and you just ducked it and ran to the top rope, where RVD feels most confident.
So how did that match end, then? Were a drop kick into the corner, wasn't it? And then he did his foot stomp.
Yeah, and that were it. Clean pin, clean victory. It ended with a handshake.
Yeah.
Which I think we got in our NXT match.
We did,
We had Neville winning, but...
They cut those two cards, not do it. The only other thing was, I thought, is who is it going to turn heel now? Neville. Just the way they had it, but...
I don't know, I think when it comes to Raw, he's going to get quite the big pop, so...
I think with a moveset like that, you can't be face.
Yeah.
Can't be heel, sorry.
When he's doing all his flips and everything just up against the ropes when they're not even in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, he connected!
But we haven't finished NXT talk, so I can't end it here.
You might live to regret that. Because, hello! Yeah, basically great match, and then you went into the women's match, wasn't it?
Which was the second best match of the night.
I was going to say almost, it could have been the first.
Yeah.
It was that good. Everyone brought it pretty much. Bailey.
The best thing about it was, you never knew who was going to win.
Yes.
They don't do that a lot now.
And also, the ending, quite unique.
Yeah.
Everyone would think, well, I thought she was going to tap out Charlotte, and then she
it's a really clever idea, actually.
And then went into the roll-up.
They're quite good with creating unique finishes down at NXT.
Into the frog splash, into the pin. And that'll be nice because we haven't finished NXT talk yet. There we go, we're even now. You could have won, I could have won.
The next finisher is
it's the Extreme Rules match, by the way.
Alright.
Yeah, great, fantastic match, great spots. Everyone pretty much showing why they should be on the main roster, and basically every other diva, other than Paige and AJ and Natalya, are just pretty much suckers compared to them all.
I hope Vince sees that and goes, wow, we can actually wrestle.
I was watching Raw actually, and I was watching Paige taking on Summer Rae, and Bellas were on commentary.
Right.
And they were just talking and everything, going on about how they look and everything and how she's a real woman. And I just thought, oh, this sucks compared to what they've got down in NXT.
Yeah.
Basically they play on the stereotype that the women and this is all they care about, looks and glamour and everything, and whereas NXT forget about that, and you feel like you're just watching a wrestling match.
Exactly.
It's it's you don't think I think
it's about the title. It's not about.
And you don't think
BS.
this is going to be as good as the male competitors, which
Yeah.
I think in the normal divas, everyone goes for a piss break.
Yeah.
That's the joke. But for that, it stole the show almost on NXT.
It did.
It's if they really want to get women's wrestling back, they need to get all them in because they don't take no fools.
NXT certainly shows that Triple H gets it.
Yeah.
He might do dodgy things now and then, but I think he gets what people.
Well, they were
wanna
just
see.
on about Total Divas and all this crap, and I was like, please don't. If any of these come up to the main roster, don't put them on Total Divas and ruin it. But I was glad for Sasha, deserved it. And you got a weird ending where they shook hands and she pushed her and she grinned. So is Charlotte going to come up then?
Yeah, probably. That would be it.
The discussed match at the minute, which is going around the internet, so obviously 100% legitimate,
Yeah, obviously.
is Paige versus Charlotte for the WWE Divas title, should I say.
That's good. That's good. I'd
At
take that.
WrestleMania.
What?
What?
Oh!
What?
Right then, should we get onto the main event?
Can do if you want.
Owens versus Zayn.
Great build-up. Great storytelling.
Yes.
Something that you don't get. I know more about them feuds, even up to the tag team feud, than I do about pretty much the main Fastlane pay-per-view
I know,
match
it's
with
crazy,
Bryan and Roman Reigns. Because at the minute it's a bit like, why would Roman Reigns give this up?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, because he's a badass? I wouldn't do that, even if I were a badass.
Yeah.
It was just like, it's a bit of a weak story, to be honest. It feels like Bryan's just there now because of the fans. Which is a shame, because if it does turn into a triple threat match, it's a bit annoying because we could have got Bryan versus Ziggler, but now we're going to get a triple threat and Ziggler's going to be in another tag
I've always
team
said I
match.
don't want Bryan to be in there just because. If he wins the Rumble, fair enough, but just getting in there is not. It feels cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, Zayn Owens.
It wasn't a match.
It was to be well. It started
It was
off
a
Owens
beat
dominating.
I bet the referee had a brown trouser moment when Zayn just glided over it.
Oh, that
He
was
like,
spot.
oh!
They said that. He knew what he was doing. It was weird actually. As Owens started out typical heel, leave the ring, act scared, don't get caught, and then he got caught. Obviously, with the move he just said. And then he just went into beatdown mode. Normally at that point, the face beats him down and they're trying to get away. But it just didn't go that way at all.
I saw someone on the internet put it this way. Kevin Owens is like Bruce Banner if he didn't know he became the Hulk in a match. He thinks he's always doing the right thing, but then he becomes an absolute beast in the matches.
Yeah, we're just doing little cannonballs everywhere.
It was.
Punches, you name it, he was doing it. And
Mega
also,
clotheslines.
yeah, about 17 power bombs.
Yeah.
And it was, they actually mentioned on commentary the Brock Lesnar similarities.
Yeah.
WWE, Raw and SmackDown, they said Brock Lesnar's, he's got the same impact as Brock Lesnar had.
He has.
And this is like watching the SummerSlam John Cena match. They actually referred to it. But Sammy had some offense.
He did,
You
yeah, he
remember?
came back.
He had the Exploder suplex.
He fought like Sami Zayn fights. He comes back when he needs it, but
Yeah.
it just wasn't enough.
But he never kicked out.
No.
Oh, he never got pinned.
Never-
So he always kicked out.
I really like the ending. I've seen a lot of people don't like it, but it's like when has it happened since? I don't remember that ever happening. All the crowd were like, "Bull crap," and then it were like he handed in the title and he held his hand up and everyone were like, "What?"
The only thing I think it serves storyline more than the live crowd. I think it was. I said on Twitter. I said it was a bit of an anticlimax to such a big event. You always expect like how we got the Neville and Sami Zayn, the building. It's fast paced. It's fast paced.
Yeah.
And then it's ended, and then big champion.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it was just like everyone thought it'd end. Actually, when I thought it'd end when the haluva kick got reversed into the first power bomb. I thought that's it. It's over.
Yes.
And then I thought it would be over when he did 2 power bombs after that. And then he did another 3, and he still got his shoulder up. And then the referee talked to the trainers at ringside, and they said, "Yeah, you should end it. You should end it."
Yeah.
And basically, the ref just called it, and that were it.
It was. I really liked it, especially from a storytelling perspective.
Yeah.
It was unique.
Look at referee just casually standing.
Can I do another one? Yeah. No, I really like. I liked it went down. It was so different.
Yep, living up to his initials, KO. He doesn't pin, doesn't make people tap out. He knocks them out,
Exactly.
and that's Kevin Owens. Have you just got what?
I've had Frey for a while. I've just been waiting for the right opportunity, basically, for us to finish talking,
Right.
to use them. That seems like a good a place as any.
Yeah, it was a good match, and builds Kevin Owens good going forward.
There we go. Pin him.
Come on, Vinny. Oh.
Very excited for.
Goddamn NXT talk.
Yeah. So it always is with
Were I the first one? Oh no, it was you who said we have to finish NXT talk before, and I thought if I were the first, I could have ended it. But I didn't. As
NXT
I'm a good guy. Actually, NXT almost turned into Good Guy Universe.
Yeah.
And that pay-per-view, everyone was shaking
Until
hands.
the end.
Yeah. No, with Cannon, Kevin Owens.
He walked off like he thought he was some sort of hero.
The crowd reacted like he were a hero when he got handed the title. As I think everyone thought, does it?
It was just that unexpected thing. Everyone like, whoa, what has just happened there?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. A surprise that everyone liked.
I like how now they've taken KOs out of the game. We finally have one in real life.
Yeah.
God, tables flying
Hang
everywhere.
Hang on.
Stinger'd be good now. Except... What? We've got Mini Edge.
How can Edge?
Why is it so small? Eh?
What?
He is tiny.
Oh
is that meant to be Tyson
God,
Kidd? It's meant to be Tyson Kidd. Oh my God!
What's just happened? Edge's face.
Oh, it's the Edge heads. If
Oh
Cesaro
my
dressed up the
God.
same as well.
What has just happened?
Look at little Mini Edge's face.
Like dirt face.
What an end to Raw.